Hello, welcome to my STEM Capstone portfolio. This video series will act as a sum up of the problem-solving process showcased through my work in Capstone. In this video, we will be covering the inform step, where I will reflect on the effectiveness of my solution and what steps I can take moving forward. To showcase the effectiveness of my solution, I will compare what my product does and compare it to both my final problem statement and my 3 design criteria I established in the ideate step. First, I will quickly cover what these 4 things are. My problem statement reads as follows. Seniors and CCP students at STEM need a way to receive school information because I learned that our current communication methods fail to reach every student. If I create STEM Online, a web-based collection of the variety of information sources that the coaches at STEM use, then I can put all of these resources together at one click and reach all of the students. And these are the 3 design criteria I strive to meet. First, I wanted my product to be universally accessible, and that it could be accessed easily by any STEM student on any device. The next thing is that it needed to be hassle-free, easy to use, and completely intuitive. Finally, it needed to be engaging for the user and ensure that they have a good experience with it. As far as my problem statement goes, I would say that my product does meet the description that was proposed here. As a public website, every STEM student can access it, and it can be easily distributed via a link or a QR code. And it does indeed house the information sources that we use under buttons that take one click to redirect as well. My first criteria was derived directly from my problem statement, so I made sure I met it. To make my product super easy to use, I kept the one-click requirement in mind for the sources. Because of this, the site is a simple list of clearly labeled buttons with direct links to the sources in which they're labeled. It also has a functioning mobile version. To make my site engaging for my user to use, I shifted my focus to the overall aesthetic of the page. I used our school colors as the color palette and gave it a simple gray gradient background to not distract from the functionality of the site. I also created a logo to put at the top using the same colors to give it an identity that my users can remember. Overall, I am very satisfied with the effectiveness of my product. It was very helpful having these design aspects in mind when creating my product, as it helped me keep in mind exactly what the goal of it was. As for things I would like to do to improve it, I would spend more time with distributing the site to my users. I have ideas in place that I shared in my last step, but I haven't put those into action quite yet. Once I do that, my site will be in full swing. There were 2 different skills that I had to hone in order to create my product. One of those, obviously, was web development. I used Wix as my front end for my site's layout and functionality. I also had to use a small bit of photo editing in order to make my icons for each of the buttons. For this, I used the open source Paint.net program. Wix was the software that I had to learn in the process of making my product. I had a basic understanding of its functionality, and I've attempted to use it years ago for a different purpose, but I was still largely unfamiliar with how it worked currently. I ended up choosing it because I found a gallery-based layout that it had pre-made that looked exactly like how I wanted my site to look. And when I figured out that I could customize the images and attach the redirect links to them, I knew it was perfect for my product. Paint.net, on the other hand, is a program that I'm very familiar with and use on a regular basis. Photo editing has become a small hobby of mine, so it was nice to be able to use that skill in my product. I used the layering feature the most, which allowed me to place a logo, some text, or a screenshot over a solid background within a specific resolution to make the icons visually consistent. At this point, I am all but completely done with my product. The only thing that needs to be done now is to tackle the desired changes I proposed in my evaluation. Thank you very much for watching.